Head on a swivel. Many men want to be here. We only got 3. We only got 3. Okay? Welcome to Head on a Swivel, baby. It's your boy Stick Filet, a.k.a. Christopher Douglas Blaskowski. Don't forget it. Okay? I throw the government out there. I don't give a fuck. I got 2 of my boys. Closest boys and very intelligent brothers right here. Very intelligent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Robbie Simmons, a.k.a. Mr. Like to Get High.
As I'm doing it right now.
Yes, sir. And my boy, from day one, dude. I've known this kid since I was in Peppers down there. Mr. Christopher Martin, a.k.a. Big Red.
Not to be confused with Chris Martin, the actor. He is not an actor. He is a big fucking ginger.
Definitely don't forget, don't put it out there. I am not the singer of Yellow Card either, so.
Yeah.
No, no, he is not.
Let's not get that confused either.
He is just a man. Just a man, alright? Just the man, the only ginger man, the big red man.
The big red man. Well, guys, we're here. NFL season has arrived. We have been looking at it. We've been waiting. We've been itching, bro. Itching. And week 1 has came and it had went. And wow, it was a week 1. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go over it and we're going to break it down. We're going to give you the best insight of what happened week 1 and where we think they might be going week 2. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to start it off with Thursday night. We watched it Thursday night. That was the first bit of football we got. We had Ravens-Chiefs. I think the Ravens played pretty well, and I think that, honestly, the Chiefs played really well. I'm going to give my sense on it here in a bit. Kyle, I'm going to go to you on this one, man. What was your thoughts overall on that game, and what do you think the Chiefs did and what the Ravens did?
Well, let's start with the Ravens. All right. I think Lamar's game has evolved a little bit. You know, I think some people will probably disagree with that because he did take off and run quite a bit. But that's Lamar's game. That's part of his weaponry. If you don't use it, then what the hell are you doing? Lamar had a pretty good game. I mean, overall, he had 26 of 41, 273 and a touchdown. That last play there at the end of the game, I think if likely, he should have got his foot in bounds. Man, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to be aware where you are on the field. That's why they play those drills. That's why they do that shit. Man, dropped the ball there, all right? Because he did get his foot in bounds. He had that timing play, and that could have been a fucking huge play, but he didn't catch it. And that drops Lamar's stats down a bit, too. But overall, I think the offense played pretty well. Derrick Henry, why are you not using him more? I understand John Harbaugh was saying, you know, we're not using him. We didn't pick him up in the offseason, run him 30 times a game. I get it, but the man's a beast. He's a train. He runs people over. Put the man in the game. Even if you're not going to use him on a run, like, use him as a play action thing. They had the other dude in there, Justice Hill, you know, you knew they were throwing the ball when that dude was on the field. They took out Derrick Henry on every passing play. That was just dumb.
Overall, what did you see about the Chiefs?
Chiefs look good. Chiefs look good. You didn't see Kelsey get involved right away. But Mahomes got him, you know, he got to his man, you know, Kelsey got he got 3 receptions, only 34 yards, but he still got in the game. Rashid Rice, this dude's a baller. This kid's a baller. He's going to be Patrick Mahomes' #1 receiver all year long. I'm telling you, He's gonna blow Kelsey out of the water with his stats, period. Okay, let me just put that out there. Rashid Rice is gonna be Mahomes' favorite target. Dude's got hands and he can move. Pacheco. I love Pacheco. Okay, let me just start there. This kid's fucking nasty, dude. He'll run anybody the fuck over. Doesn't care who you are, what number you are, how long you've been in the league. Doesn't give a shit. Run you the fuck over. Period. Pacheco's one of my dudes. I love that guy. Their defense played well. I didn't really get to Baltimore's defense because I wasted my time too much on the offense, but KC's defense obviously going to play like their defense does. You know, you got their dudes out there. Reed, you got McDuffie. He made some good plays out there. Chris Jones is going to be your dude. He had a sack, I believe. And their defense is solid, and you don't have much to worry about there. And they pulled off the win. And they're only going to get better. And as far as Baltimore, they're only going to get better.
Yes,
their
sir.
defense played very well, and they're only going to get better. They picked off Mahomes once. I didn't get to mention that, but overall, I give Baltimore a very good high grade on that one. And KC, obviously, they're KC. So what are you expecting?
Red, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, what did you see that night? And did you watch any of this? Do you have any input on this?
I'm not gonna lie. I watched a little bit of the game. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay.
I watched a little bit of the first half on this game. But in my to me, it looked a little kind of like it was the Ravens versus the Chiefs and the refs in that one in the first half. So that's kind of why I stopped watching it. With the 5 or so. The new formation thing that they have. This new rule with the formation. No, on the line. They have a new ordeal now with on the offensive line. Where if you're not lined up, I think it says in the thing it's you have to have your head has to be within the hip to shoulder area. When the center is down in the position before he hikes it, you have to have your helmet within that kind of area. And if you look down the line, you normally should be able to see all of your offensive linemen just a little bit back of the center, all in a line. Well, they called it about 5 times I saw against Baltimore in the first half.
Wow.
But yet, Kansas City, I think it's their right tackle. I was watching whenever they were on offense, their right tackle should have been called for false start and the illegal formation, but I didn't see anything for it. And it's like that's kind of like what I don't know if anybody else saw that. But that's kind of how I saw it. And at that point in time, I was just kind of like, yeah, this game's not going to be really too much fun to watch now. And then on top of that, I don't really particularly like watching the Kansas City games because half the time you're seeing Taylor Swift on the camera. Like, it's football. We're supposed to be watching football, not going back to the stands to see Travis Kelce's brother and his girlfriend up there. Like, don't get me wrong, his brother is awesome. I do from time to time look at them, watch their
Jesse Kelce, who
yes.
was a retired center for the Philadelphia Eagles, who a 16-year career, I believe, something like that.
I think so. Which he is an amazing guy. My fiance, from time to time, I've caught her watching some of her shows. Their little thing that they have, them and the Jason and his wife, I can't remember her name, but so it's like we're watching football. Put it on the game. Quit you can show their family every now and then, but when it's football time, we're watching football.
That's fair.
Like,
That's
come on.
fair. So
that's why I didn't watch it. That's why I didn't watch the second half. Because there's going to be more of that.
One little input on that one. As far as the new rules goes,
Okay, we got 30 seconds.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time for them to adjust. That's all I have to say.
Yep. All right, fellas, I do appreciate y'all's 2 takes on that. Personally, with my take, I'm gonna start with the Ravens. Right, this was a 20-27 ball game at the end of the day. You have 2. This is a great matchup. I think people underestimated this game, honestly, and what it was and what it means to the season. Really. This is a 2 NFL MVPs, bro, of the last 5-6 years. They're both right here, going at each other. This was an incredible game that a lot of people looked over, and I'm gonna start with the Ravens. Number 1, Lamar Jackson. With that being said, as a 2-time NFL MVP, how the fuck do you not get in the fucking end zone inside of the fucking goal line like that? There's no fucking excuse. There's no fucking excuse. You got legs, you run, you do all these things. You have a wide open Zay Flowers in the back of the end zone on that 3rd down.
That's true.
You completely miss him. You don't even see him. Actually, you do see him, but you throw it way left, and Zay Flowers shows you that he's going to stutter and stay right there. And you have to hit him on a line. He's wide open, bro. He's wide open, bro.
Yeah, don't forget, you got that workhorse back there that you could use, but you don't fucking use him.
That's my next point with this. Where's Derrick Henry? What is the use of Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry has 13 carries, 40 yards. What's going on?
What the fuck is that?
What are y'all doing with Derrick Henry?
Dude, what?
Like, I don't understand that. But that's just my take on the Ravens, honestly. I feel like that was their game to win. For some reason, Lamar Jackson can never beat 15, bro. It is what it is. He crumbles every time. Every time. I don't know what it is. When it comes to the Chiefs, they're explosive that they were last year. They really are. They're just as good as a team they were last year. They're that this year. The only one thing I'll say about Travis Kelce is I see a decline coming. I see it. I don't see him getting the targets like he's going to be getting. Like he used to get. I don't see the same explosion out of him when I'm watching. I don't see it. Like Patrick's looking at all these other weapons that he has. He got the ball. He got the ball one time, the entire game. He got it once. Travis Kelce. He got it one time.
No, he got it 3 times. He got 3 catches.
Three catches. He had 3 catches. 3 catches for 34 yards.
Okay.
34 yards. 4 targets. He caught 3 out of 4.
Now go look up Xavier Worthy.
2 catches for 47 yards with the touchdown. He was 2 for 3.
Go look at Pacheco.
He was 2 for 3 with 33 yards.
Yeah, Pacheco, he's going to be a dude out of the backfield. And Rashid Rice.
Everybody else, it's from 40.
Look at
Rashid, 2 for 3.
Look at Rashid Rice.
Rashid Rice, 103 yards, 7 catches. He was 7 of 9
yards.
Yeah,
when I'm telling you that this guy right now, he has new weapons, bro. He has Rashid Rice playing like he's about to go to jail for the rest of his life. He has Xavier Worthy, who was getting bodied in fucking minicamp.
That kid's gonna play.
It's fucking looking like a lightning bolt on TV.
And he got a rush too.
You're talking about Travis Kelce's gonna be like this same guy. He's just not. He's not. It's not gonna be that. I'm telling you. Pacheco's there too. Like, he's going to be getting looked over, number 1. Number 2, I watched him. He didn't look like he's too explosive. He didn't look like he used to when he was great like he just doesn't look like he's the same guy.
And
He
this
looks
is the
like he's
beginning of the
getting
season.
older.
I'll give him that. I'll give him this the beginning of the season. You know, he's got to
just
work
saying.
into it. Give him some
I
time.
got a good look for when
Kelsey
people
will
go
work that
down,
for
bro,
him.
downhill. I called it about D-Watt too.
He's
Mhm.
30. He's 34 years old. At some point, what is this? This is his. What
I think
season?
it's 8th season.
Yeah.
8th season, 7th or 8th season. But I'm telling you right now, Kelsey's gonna get in the form, and then he's gonna get in the form, bro.
He was drafted in 2013. This is his 12th season.
Yes.
Well,
If they
okay,
win the
I messed
championship
up, but-
this year, I think he retires, honestly. You want me to be real with you? He retires 100%. Why would
I see that.
Why wouldn't
I see
he
that
be the
happening.
first one?
If he
He'd be the first to
three-peats
three-peat. Why would you ever in a while, why would you keep going? Why would you risk it?
Yeah.
Why risk falling off and not being that I ended with 1, 2, 3 back to back to back? Like that's how my career ended. Like that's badass. Who's Brady can't say that, bro. Brady didn't end his career back to back to back championships. Like that's just crazy.
He did win one the year before.
I'm saying he won
he
one, but he just didn't win 3 in a row.
I mean,
Like
but
3 in a row is
jumped
crazy.
He won one. So anyway,
Everyone retires after they win one. All the old people do.
What about the defense? How do you think the defense played for the Chiefs?
Defense was good too. Chris Jones was fucking back there, dude. They had no answer for Chris Jones.
No.
They had no answer for Chris Jones.
No,
and I went in
back
this
there.
game like, damn, like if they kind of hold Chris Jones at bay, they might be able to do something. Nuh-uh, they didn't hold Chris Jones at nothing. They didn't hold Chris Jones at nothing. This Jones, y'all, you don't understand. I watched this game. Chris Jones was pointing. He was on the line pointing at these guys saying, you know what? No, fuck him. Get him the fuck over there. He was swapping over with D tackles like, I want this guy. I want this guy right here. Boom. Cutting right through the fucking line in fucking Lamar's mouth. It was looking like the offensive line. Honestly, that's what I wrote right here. The Ravens' offensive line looked terrible. They looked terrible.
Yep.
They couldn't stop him for shit.
They were lost.
So that's what I do give Lamar
It wasn't
that.
just Jones either. Like all the other guys got back there too. I mean,
They were all back
pressure
there,
all
bro.
around, but,
they were back there, bro.
That
They're a
offensive line
scary
did not
team.
play well.
They're a scary team. They're the real deal. They really are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide over to Friday night, guys. Friday night we saw Green Bay and the Eagles. I'm gonna go ahead and give a little insight. Saquon Barkley. Go ahead, Hi.
Bro, I've been dealing with Saquon for the past since the man was drafted. Okay, dude's a beast. Saquon. Okay, the fact that he was a free agent is dumb. New York was retarded to let him go. I mean, they're fucking stupid. They got nobody on that team. It's not even funny. Saquon took over that game. He took over the game. He ran over everybody. He made plays left and right. He scored 3 touchdowns. You couldn't stop the motherfucker. I hate him. But the Eagles played, like they normally do. Hurts was out there. He was 20 of 34, 278, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 2 picks. I don't think Hurts is all that, honestly. You want my opinion? I really don't. I think he's overrated. I think he's got a lot of really good receivers. I mean, you got A.J. Brown. And now they got Jahan Dotson, which is ridiculous. I'm not even going to
Just
go
go
into
ahead
that.
and say you're tired of Philly.
Devontae Smith had 7 receptions for 84 yards. I mean, they're going to tear people up with Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and then now Jahan Dotson and Dallas Goedert. Like with Saquon Barkley, I mean, their team's stacked. They have weapons all over the place. Their defense is good. They have a good pass rush. Their guys are going to get home. Brandon Graham's still there, which kind of blows my mind. Dude holds it down. And then you see Darius Slay out there still holding it down at like 34 years old, 33, 32 years old. Their defense is out there, and they played well. As for the Packers, Jordan Love played good. I thought he played pretty good. I mean, he was throwing some passes. He was making some plays on that shitty field. That poor excuse for a field, if you really want my opinion. I mean, why are we having our pros play on that? That's why he got hurt, was because of that shitty ass field. And it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for one of our starting quarterbacks in the NFL to get hurt from that shit. But their offense, I thought Jordan Love was overrated. I really did. But the kid can play. The kid can play. Yep. All right? You can't deny it. 17-34, 260, 2 touchdowns and a pick. I mean, he was driving him down there at the last couple of seconds there at the end of the game. But Josh Jacobs, he's a beast. 16 carries, 84 yards, not bad. Dobbs, I like Dobbs. I think Romeo Dobbs is a good receiver. He had 4 catches. And Christian Watson, I like him too. I don't know how well he's going to do this year, but he did shine a couple years ago, but, he's kind of faded off. As far as their defense goes, Jair Alexander, dude's a fucking nasty shutdown corner. He's a shutdown corner. One of the best in the league, hands down.
He was out there playing his ass off, too.
He's going to shut down anybody, bro. He's a ball hawk. All right, you got a pick there, and good for him. You got 17 yards on the pick. You got 2 pass breakups, which is even better. I mean, dude is all over the field. All over the field. As far as sacks, I think they only got, 2 sacks there in the game, but it's not great. Rashawn Gary got a sack, which is good to see. I like seeing him out there making plays. I know he's been injured there for the past couple years, so it's good to see him out there making some plays. Their defense played all right, but, your stars are going to play where they're at. And Green Bay just fell apart the last couple of minutes there, and, Saquon Barkley took over that game. They could not stop him. They could not stop him in the air, on the ground. They couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop him.
I'm going to segue this one over to you, Rip. Did you happen to take any vision of this one, or?
I saw a little bit.
Okay.
Again, I know that this frustrates the hell out of Robbie on this one, where Barkley goes into free agency because the Giants wouldn't pay him, and he decides, fuck it, let's stay in the division, and goes to Philly.
Okay. Yeah, like why?
So I know that frustrates you. I understand that. I understand you're pissed, and this is just not
stupid. Like, come on. I thought I got him. I mean, no.
But it's Philly. They added more to what they had, and they have their moments. And I think that they could look pretty decent this year. Don't get me wrong, I got my fingers crossed that they beat Dallas twice this year. But they're one thing that I noticed though, usually when a team gives the ball up 3 times,
yep,
or more,
yep,
they don't usually win those games.
No. Not at all.
But they got bailed out because if you look at it here in the team stats thing, you got Green Bay with 10 penalties for 71 yards.
Yep.
So when it kind of balanced out there. So Philly kind of got an advantage on that one. Secondly, it's just that receiving core that Philly's got now. They could do some things.
Yeah.
I just,
they're dangerous. They are dangerous.
It's gonna be a rough year there for Robbie.
Yeah, Hurts can actually play, which he can't. I'm just telling you right now, he's fucking overrated. He threw 2 picks.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my take on it. I watched this game as well. This was in Brazil. This was a 29-34 ball game. This is very close, very competitive game. It was very close, very competitive. The crazy thing is Jordan Love went down on this field. The pictures of the field, I don't know if you guys seen it, gentlemen. It don't look good. I know it's real grass, so real grass fields, they probably don't look too good. With
It's
fucking people riding around and sliding.
Like
but
the condition of it, you know?
It was wet. The players were saying it was wet. Like, the cleats were getting clogged up with fucking grass. They were having to change them out. They were going through cleats left and fucking right. Like, that's all they were talking about. They were like, oh my God, look how many, like, they were flashing over the sidelines and seeing them switch out cleats. They'd come off the field and get new cleats. Like, it was bad. They should never do it again. Never in Brazil. Not in that stadium. Somewhere else.
No.
But never do that again. It cost the Packers. It literally cost the Packers. It could have cost them their season, bro. Playing over there.
It's still money.
Millions of dollars.
He's out. He's out 4 to 6 weeks.
It cost them damn near a quarter of their season. Over a quarter of their season, bro.
Yeah.
That's just to play in Brazil. That's crazy. No. Josh, I don't know if y'all saw Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs looked pretty damn good for the Packers, bro.
Yeah.
He looked good. And there was another guy that is flying kind of underneath the radar for the Packers. And his name's Jaden Reed. Sorry, Jaden Reed. He had 130, bro. He had 130 yards. He's a great receiver. He's great. He's number 11. He's good, bro. He was all over that fucking field.
Him,
and my eyes were just, like, he popped all over the screen for me when I was watching. I was like, number 11, who's that? Jaden Reed, looked him up. I was like, oh shit, he's going for a buck right now. Oh, that turned to 110. That turned to 130 real quick. I was like, dude, this guy's good. Like, he's legit. But it's unfortunate that they lost. They're gonna lose the game. Unfortunately, especially with J Love going out. Oh, J Love went out at the end of the game, but it's just it was a sloppy game. It was a sloppy game. It was like backyard football type shit, honestly. But at the end of the day, you saw that.
Like that, yeah.
At the end of the day, there's one thing that shined like a motherfucker though, and it was that Clydesdale, and you couldn't fucking miss it, bro. Them legs went to going, you started reminiscing. Them Penn State days came back real quick. Every fucking body was paying attention. It looked like Penn State fucking Saquon Barkley, dude. He is back. He is back. He should have left the Giants a long fucking time ago. Because Jesus, this is the best I've ever seen him. I haven't seen. I've seen him. I've seen him. Of course. That's what I'm saying. He should have left a long time ago. You should. After them 4 years, bro, you should have been like, huh? Fuck out of here.
Deuces.
Suck a fat one. I'm going to fucking really get win.
But they didn't even want to pay him. That's what blows my mind. They didn't even want to try to pay him. That's
the fact that he floated around in free agency for as long as he did, because he was around for a while. A lot of people were fucking taking shots on him. The Eagles were like, fuck it. Nobody else wants him. Let's go get him. And he fucking got him, bro. Let go DeAndre Swift real quick. Boom. Get out of here, son. They don't need you.
And then they picked up Jahan Dotson, too.
Yep. I mean, his return, honestly, it reminded me, and it makes me like quiver that I fucking even thought of this, because it really did fucking remind me of this. It reminded me when fucking Christian McCaffrey had his first game in San Francisco. Do y'all remember that? How fucking dominant he was? He just took off. He was like a madman, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Christian fucking C-Mac, bro, what's going on?" Like someone shooting with steroids. Like he was bigger. He was like, he's gone, bro. Nobody could touch him. He was a cheat code. Like
He did it.
he's still kind of doing that. He's hurt now,
Shifting
but
around him.
like that's what it reminded me of. Like it was reminiscent of that to me. To me, it was an honor being able to watch that of him just do that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That's like NFL history. Like he looked good, bro. He looked really good. He looked really good. That's the best he's ever looked, ever. Best game he's ever had. He had 3 touchdowns, bro. He went for a triple
1
crown.
receiving, 2 rushing.
He had a triple crown, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Your first game.
Not many players have those kinds of games.
Against a playoff team that last year,
3.
bro. Against a playoff team last year. Like, yeah.
Him on that team last year, they're making it farther, I guarantee it. But again, like I said, watch out for Jalen Hurts because he is not.
But I will. That's my last point. That's my last point. Jalen Hurts looked like absolute dog water, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're gonna have to ride on that Clydesdale. I'm gonna be real. Them 2 fumbles. You can't. I mean, you cannot have that. He threw 2. He had 2 fumbles and he had 2 interceptions, bro. Both of them were his fault. Both of them were his fault. Like all four was his. Like you just can't. You can't. It wasn't just him that fumbled. Their whole team was fumbling. The only one that wasn't fumbling was Saquon Barkley. They literally jumped on his back and he fucking rolled him to victory, dude. That's what happened pretty much. But I'm gonna go ahead and slide this over to Yep. I'm gonna slide this over to the next one, fellas. This is Panthers Saints. I'm gonna be honest. This is a game that kind of pisses me off. You can hear Red in the background. You see him. You can hear him sighing, and you can hear the tone change out of high. This game pisses me off because everybody is riding with the Saints now and how good they are, and I think they forget that they're playing a very bad team. Like they were playing a very bad team.
You can honestly say that the Panthers are now the team in the NFL that could possibly belong in the UFL or in the XFL.
They're pretty bad, bro. They're like Sean was saying that the Patriots were bad. The Patriots are decent. Like they're like
Patriots.
Yeah, they're iffy. But Carolina is just not it. I feel so bad for Bryce Young because he don't have a line at all.
Dog shit.
He don't have an offensive line. He don't got nobody. His best receiver is Adam Thielen, bro. Old ass Adam Thielen, bro.
He's still playing?
Yes, that's his best receiver.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
After he left Minnesota, I lost him. I didn't see where he went.
This is where he went. He went to Carolina.
He had 2 interceptions, bro. Both of them were really bad. Like,
there's our favorite player, Xavier Leggett.
He threw, He threw.
Sorry.
He threw 2 interceptions, bro. One of them was in double coverage, and it was like, okay, but like it was still bad because you're trying to squeeze it into something like that. But like I guess you got ballsy on that one. And then the second one was in triple coverage. It was like, no, bro, you do not throw that at all. It was bad. So he didn't really look that well either. But at the same time, he has no fucking time to throw the ball. You guys do not understand.
No.
His O-line is probably the worst in the NFL. It's got to be the worst.
The Giants are pretty bad, too.
The Giants are bad, too. But I'm telling you, like, Carolina, they got through so many times, bro. They were back there. He had no time. Like, he's got to just fucking get rid of it. They're all quick plays. He has to throw all underneath routes. He can't go deep. Like...
So, you think New Orleans is overrated and,
like, yes. Like, it's, okay, let's be real. Think about it. It's Derek Carr against fucking a guy who struggled last year to get a win.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, they trade all of his players away.
That's what I'm saying. It's just... Like he's doing what he like. Derek Carr's doing what he should be doing. Like that New Orleans is paying you all that fucking money. You're an experienced vet. Like you should be fucking scoring touchdowns.
Chris Olave, bro. Olave. He's nasty. That boy's nasty.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. Derek Carr was 19 for 23, had 200 yards passing, and had 3 touchdowns. This is his best performance he's ever had in his career, statistically. And defensively, they ended up having to. They absolutely just, defensively they just got through, bro. Bryce Young it was bad. Xavier Leggett, I know you're just saying about him. He had 2 catches, bro. He had 4 catches, bro, didn't he? He had 4 catches? 4 catches, 45 yards?
Xavier Leggett.
I think he had 4 catches for 45 yards, bro. I'm almost positive.
Not seeing one here. No, he didn't have any catches.
What?
Leggett. Oh no, why am I on New Orleans? My bad. New Orleans, not the Saints. Over here. Here we go. This is where I was supposed to be.
And
Leggett.
Adam, while he's looking this up, Adam Thielen is like literally their only hope, and he had 5 catches, I think 22 yards. So he was really no help either. That's what I'm saying. Bryce Young, he's gonna get a bad rap, and hopefully he can get up out of this situation kind of quick, so he doesn't get used to being a bad quarterback. You know what I mean? Or know how to even be a good quarterback at that point.
I'm not even seeing him on that list right now. I did just see him a minute ago, but he disappeared.
I looked him up the other not too long ago. It said he had 4 catches for 45. That's what I was saying, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go at it. What's your feelings about this game? Like, how do you feel about this? It was the first game of Sunday that premiered.
It was shit. Yeah, I mean, it was a shit game.
It was a game that should have happened. You know what I mean?
The Panthers, the poor Panthers. The poor Panthers. Okay, they don't have anybody, and they traded all their players away. They're all gone. They'll be good eventually, I think, if Bryce Young doesn't fall apart before then. You got to give the kid some credit there. He's running around trying to make plays. He doesn't have anybody to throw to. It's tough. It's tough. There's not much to say about this game. It's just a crap game. The Saints overplayed them. Outplayed them. And just there was just not much you could do there for Carolina. They just don't have enough weapons.
Yep.
So just don't have enough weapons.
I will throw in one more thing about Carolina, and I'll be done. Bryce Young also is like, you can just tell he's not comfortable in that pocket whatsoever. Like,
not comfortable in that offense.
He knows like they're coming. He knows like he has no help, no blocking. So it's just a really bad situation for him.
He's got no go-to guy. I mean,
he has nothing. He literally has
was the only dude. He had 3 receptions, I think, for 49 yards or something like that. 3 or 4 receptions, 49 yards.
And then I don't even know who's his backup quarterback. Who's helping this kid learn how to play in the NFL? Like who's?
Yeah, I mean, you're
looking at shit like that. Andy Dalton. Okay, that's respectable.
Andy Dalton.
That's respectable. Andy Dalton's been around for a while. Not necessarily the best quarterback.
35 yards. Leggett had 4 catches for 35 yards.
35?
Yeah. There's just no one to go to. I mean, Leggett actually turns into a good weapon, then maybe you'll see something there. Thielen's still going to be reliable for you. Miles Sanders didn't have anything. He's old as shit. Panthers suck. As far as the Saints, sorry, I have no hope for you guys. As far as the Saints go, they have more weapons. I mean, Alvin Kamara had a game. He ran 15 times for 83 yards and a touchdown. He also had 5 catches for 27 yards. He was all over the place. Olave only had 2 catches for 11 yards. I don't even read into that because Olave is going to be in there. He's going to make his plays. That kid's nasty. Their defense is good. Will Harris had a pick, and Jordan Howden, I don't know who that is. But Jamar Davis had a sack, and he's nasty. I don't know who this Alontae Taylor kid is, but dude had 3 sacks. That's impressive. I'm assuming he was a draft pick. And then you got Marshawn Lattimore, Cameron Jordan, who's obviously nasty. And their defense is just going to be solid. If Derek Carr can play good this year, then I can see the Saints making a possible run in a wild card spot. But overall, yeah, the Saints played pretty well. And, I mean, considering what they were playing against, a subpar team at best. But, yeah, not much more to say about that game.
Rhett, what do you guys say about this game, dude? I know you're over there chopping at the bit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here. I didn't watch this game because I knew it was gonna be a wash like this. Just because Carolina doesn't have anybody. Except I'm going through the list here of who they've got, and I do recognize. I saw Shaq Thompson on the list here. He kind of he's standing out to me that he might, because he missed all of last year from a significant ankle injury.
Oh shit.
And so that knocked him out of the season last year. And I'm looking at it here. He's the top of Carolina's defense on ESPN stats on the box score for players.
Can I add one thing?
Yes, sir.
Just one thing I noticed. Chase Young, ex-Redskin, had 0 stats. Just to let you all know.
Wow. Is he on the sideline or was he out there?
He was supposed to be a starter, so I mean I didn't watch much of the game, but
Chase Young.
He was supposed to be starting. 0 stats.
Getting called out.
So there's that. So Shaq Thompson, you just happy that whenever people leave your team that they just do absolute dog shit, huh? And like to point it out. Yeah. Okay.
Well, not every time.
Yeah, pretty much. So, like I was saying, so Shaq Thompson, he was out all last year with an ankle injury. First game back here in the regular season. It's saying he had 10 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 2 tackles for a loss.
Oh, shit.
That's good. It's a good game.
That's a pretty damn good game for a guy who's coming off of a significant ankle injury.
Ankle injury. Yeah.
So there might be some upsides on little pieces here and there.
Aaron, what is he doing?
I'm looking through the list here. One name sticks out to me because Nick Thurman, because he went to the University of Houston, so it's good to still see some guys from U of H out there playing.
Okay. Love to see the coach.
Right here, this is another surpriser for me. Jadeveon Clowney.
Whoa.
Now plays for the Carolina Panthers.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Jadeveon Clowney went home back to where he went to college, because he went to South Carolina.
Yep. Yes, he did.
He went back to where it all started, and now guess what? You're on a shit team again.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
when
They still have him
when
rated
he
at like
got
an 82 on Madden.
When he got to South Carolina,
Trust me,
dude,
Doc.
I hadn't heard of South Carolina. I had never really heard about him until I saw that hit he had against Michigan. I can't remember Denard Robinson or whatever the quarterback name at the time.
Yeah.
And where he basically, well, they got cheated on a fourth down. The other team shouldn't have been given a first down. They marked it wrong, or they called it wrong. You could see the gap on the first down. You can see the video on YouTube. But so the very next play, he gets into the backfield, levels him out, and basically one arm reaches over and picks up the football, and he's like, all right, my ball now. Like, after that, South Carolina was a little bit of a thing for a little while. But he got there, it was shit. He went back to Carolina, and Carolina's shit. There's no easy way to say it. It's just going to come out and say it. Carolina's shit.
They don't got nobody.
So, I mean, it's just not really... That's pretty much what I got to say on it. It wasn't too much of a game. Again, it's NFC. I'm more really into the AFC games. But pretty much all I got to say about it.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and slide into the game after that one. Game after this one's going to be the Pats. Yeah, wait.
Oh, Vikings and Giants?
Vikings Giants, sorry. I don't know where my paperwork went for Vikings Giants. But here it is. Vikings Giants 28-6. 28-6, guys.
I can't look.
Chris, I'm gonna give this one to you first.
Okay. It's what do you expect? It's the Giants. They got Daniel Jones. He's proven to be a shit quarterback, and the Giants aren't doing anything about it. Let's see, what was it here? Yeah, they paid him. That made it even worse. I didn't even remember that they paid him. So I didn't know they paid him. So they paid him. That's awesome. Good job, New York. You fucked up. Daniel Jones, 22 for 42 for 186 yards. Averaged 4.4 per pass.
2 interceptions.
2 interceptions, sacked 5 times. That leads to the offensive line as being shit too.
5 times, people. That's 5
he had a QBR of 16.2 with a rating of 44.3.
You did have a bright side in Malik Neighbors. He had a decent game. Kid played well.
Devin Singletary, former Texan,
didn't do a fucking thing.
10 carries.
Look at what he's
10 carries for
behind.
37 yards.
Exactly. That's also a terrible offensive line that he's running behind, bro.
Daniel Jones is even on the top rushing list for the New York Giants with 6 carries for 15 yards.
And 2.5 a carry. Killing him.
Malik Neighbors is on
He
the
had
head.
the same long on a rush as Devin Singletary. 7 yards as they're long.
That's pathetic, bro.
That's pretty shitty. Malik Neighbors, 5 catches out of 7 targets, 25 yards as his long pass. That's pretty good. I think that's the furthest I think Daniel Jones can complete a pass, but that's not a bad game. I gave it to him on that. He is in a shit situation. He is in a shit situation. Well, yeah. Everybody knows that, and New York is kind of like the laughing stock of. New York is now the laughing stock of football.
Well, I mean, Carolina's pretty close next to them.
Them and Carolina, they're kind of
bringing up the
promising
quarterback though.
Yeah. If you had to choose,
what y'all think
who
about
would you choose,
the
Jalen Hurts or-
Vikings though? They're playing with a backup quarterback. I mean, they're playing like they're. I mean, honestly,
Okay.
they kind of
Sam
don't have. They
Darnold.
don't have a chance long distance, but I mean, they played like they could though. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold looked pretty damn good.
Sam Darnold balled out. Sam Darnold balled out. He's a decent quarterback. He's a decent quarterback.
He's in a better situation than where he was.
Exactly. When you
Aaron Jones looked pretty damn good there too.
A good running back and some weapons around him to throw the ball to. And then
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison,
Justin Jefferson didn't play.
Josh Oliver.
Like
you got. I'm just listening to the guys here that are all that he had 4 guys that had 25 yards or more in receiving.
Oh no, Jefferson did have 4 catches. Okay, yeah, he did play.
But I mean, you guys do have to respect that they did play a shitty ass team. So you can't get too high on the Vikings.
Again, because it's the same situation as it was with the Saints and Panthers game.
Yep.
It's kind of, if you think about it, it's the same thing. That's all it is. Same situation, shit team. Guys got lucky and they got some passes.
A decent team playing a shit team, getting an absolute obliteration result.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide over to this next one, fellas. This next one, page 5. Pats Bengals upset of the week by far. By far, everybody will know that. Pats 16, Bengals 10. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a high. I'm gonna let High start with this one because I let you start last time, Chris. I'm gonna slide him in this one.
I'm in New England. Okay, I hate the Patriots. Okay, let me be honest here. I fucking hate them. I do, but they had a decent game. I mean, Jacoby Brissett didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, and really any mistakes, honestly. He had a solid game.
Wait, who's the quarterback for New England?
Jacoby Brissett. Started. 15 of 24, 121 yards. You know, it's a solid game. It's a solid game for keeping your team in the game. And then you had your runners. Ramondre Stevenson, dude, 25 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown. Almost 5 yards a carry.
They're running the ball effectively. They really were.
Over Cincy. I don't know what happened to their defensive line.
Yeah, they just got wilt.
They were not
they
there
got
for
wilt.
that game. It was terrible. It was terrible. As far as receiving, really wasn't anybody to talk about. Your top receiver was Austin Hooper. He had 2 catches for 31 yards. Not really much to talk about there. Their defense will keep them in games. Their defense will keep them in games. They're decent. They did let go of some weapons. Matthew Judon, I'm sorry. He's now with the Falcons. They let him go, which I don't know why they did that, but you know, that's New England for you. Their new management and all that. Cincinnati, it just fell apart. They crumbled like a piece of cornbread that's been sitting out in the sun for fucking 5 days. They fell apart. Burrow did not look great. Too many checkdowns, a lot of low, short throws. 21-29, 164 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. You can't have that with the weapons that they have on offense. You can't. Jamar Chase had 6 receptions, 62 yards. Mike Gesicki had 3 for 18. Zach Moss had 2 for 17. Your running back. You got to get the ball out there. You got to get the ball out there. And Burrow fumbled. He Cincinnati fumbled once. It looks like there was multiple fumbles from Cincinnati. 3 fumbles from Cincinnati. They lost 2 of them. I did watch one of the fumbles. And then I watched the last play of the game, where Cincinnati had a chance to stop them and get the ball back with a minute 20 plus left in the game, and instead of stopping them on the run, they let Ramondre Stevenson run right through the hole, which was the size of a Mack truck, and ran over one of the DBs and walked by him for like a 12-yard game for a first down. Game over. Pathetic, the way Cincinnati played. And if I was a Cincinnati fan, I would be pissed because they have a good team, they have weapons, they have star players on defense, and yet they played like trash.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide in, bro. Flat out, this is for Bengals. This is unexcusable, man. Like, this is unexcusable. You had Chase. You had Chase. I know you didn't have Higgins. T. Higgins wasn't playing this game, so I know he didn't have T. Higgins. But at the same time, he can't be your end-all, be-all, anyways. You're gonna have to move the ball. You're gonna have to run the ball.
Playmaker, though.
And they did not move the ball down very well. They had 9 carries. How many carries did they end up having as a team? 44 yards. 9 carries, 44 yards.
Not good.
Is that good for you guys?
You gotta run the ball more.
No, that's not good to me. That sounds like it's pretty bad. So and they only run the ball that many times. And then when you were watching Joe Burrow, number one, he says in that post conference that there's nothing wrong with his hand. He said there's nothing wrong with his hand. I don't believe that for a fucking second, dude. That motherfucker was on the field, fucking dangling his fucking arm around, like, my wrist is fine. My wrist is fine. Bullshit. They only threw all underneath routes. He didn't throw nothing deep. Why? Because your fucking hand hurts. That's why. You don't got no strength like that to really flick it, bro. You're lying. You're lying saying there's nothing wrong with your arm. Just like you were lying about your arm before you played the Texans last year. And you got in trouble for that too. You remember that? He got off the bus pictured with a fucking sling on. He never reported that being on to the NFL. He never reported anything being wrong with his arm. Everything, any injury in the NFL has to be reported. It has to. At 100%. You cannot say you cannot be hurt and not report it to the fucking office. You can be hurt and not fucking tell your doctors about it and like fake it and like get shot up and fucking go. But if you're actually hurt, like where you got a sling and shit, you got to report that shit, bro, to the NFL. You have to. What are you talking about? They own you, bro. They own you. You have to. You signed the contracts, you know what it is. So that motherfucker hurt his arm, bro. He hurt his hand. He's just saying that he not hurt his arm, so he don't have to report it. But yeah, he's hurt and he looked bad. He looked really bad.
No, he did not look good.
He threw for 21 for 29, but I'm just saying that was literally
they were all
slants.
Yeah,
swing routes. It was nothing. The Patriots. The Patriots. I'm happy. I know you don't like the Patriots, but I do like that Jared Mayo did get a win. Like his first time as a head coach for the Patriots. Like he got a win. That's kind of cool.
I liked him as a player.
He was cool.
As far as the Patriots, I hate the Patriots. So.
But yeah,
they
were running the ball good, bro. They ran pretty good too. They were running up and down the field on Cincinnati.
I'll give you that. They ran pretty good. But that's all me on that one.
Chris, what's your overall about this Bengals? By the way, before I give it to Chris, Sean, if you're listening, do you remember what you said the other day about the Pats being the worst team in the NFL? Well, I can tell you right now, number one, they're not. They're not worse than Carolina or New York. Number two, they beat your team, and you said you'd be a Texans fan after that if they whipped your team. So we're gonna welcome you over here with open arms. You're a Texans fan now, dude. Embrace it. Love
Welcome
it.
to the family, my brother.
Welcome to the family. We throw 2 up, dude. Let's go. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and segue into this next one. This next one's gonna be Falcons Steelers. This is a boring ass game. I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch this game.
I didn't watch.
But,
I saw highlights, and all it was Steelers kicker kicking field goal. Field goal.
Well,
Field goal.
hold on.
Field goal. Field goal.
Yeah, it was a game of a fucking field goal.
let me give some credit out there for George Pickens. Man was out there running around.
George Pickens did look pretty good.
6 receptions for 85 yards. Dude balled out. Yeah. I mean, how can you fault that? He played great. 6 receptions, 85 yards. Out of 7 targets, and the only target that they're counting was the one flag or the one catch he caught, but they took back because they said it was offensive pass interference. I don't agree with it. I think that was ticky-tack. I saw the play, and I don't agree that that was offensive pass interference. They've let way more go than that. Najee Harris had 20 attempts for 70 yards. Not bad. Respectable day for him. Justin Fields had 14 attempts for 57 yards. Not bad. I think Pittsburgh played well. I mean, they weren't able to finish drives. And I'll chalk that up to the fact that Justin Fields is not a franchise quarterback. He's not. Unfortunately, I think he's a good player. I think he's an explosive player at times, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I do think they're probably better off with Russell Wilson, even though I think Russell Wilson's washed up when he's done. But Russell Wilson knows how to win games. I think their defense is nasty, dude. I mean, come on. Minka Fitzpatrick, you got Cameron Hayward, Patrick Queen, Joey Porter Jr., and
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. You know, it's just like, come on now.
TJ Watt needs to go on ahead, just leave and go to a different team.
This defense is just unstoppable. They're very good. They're very, very good. The defense will keep them in games, and they're going to win them games, and that's exactly what happened here. Kirk Cousins, I think he played like shit. He did not play well at all the whole game. 16, 26, 155 yards, 2 picks, 1 touchdown. Not great. He's coming off an Achilles tear, and he's, 35, 34, 36 years old, something along those lines. He's old. You know, he's played a lot. He played a lot of games. He got hit a lot when he played for Washington, and he got hit a lot when he played for Vikings. Bijan Robinson, he had 16 wins rushing on 18 attempts. Great. And there really wasn't anybody sticking out that played well on receiving. I mean, Drake London only had 2 catches. Kyle Pitts only had 3 catches. Bijan Robinson had 5, but only for 43 yards. It's really not that much. I mean, you got your big 3 right there with a total of 8 catches. I mean, 10 catches, I'm sorry. It's just not, that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bijan, bro. That's just, he struggled big time, bro. Big time.
He did.
18 carries, 68
defense.
Yards.
That's why. You look at that Pittsburgh defense. That is why right there, my friend. That Pittsburgh defense.
Minka Fitzpatrick looked great, too. He looked like cream of the crop, bro. He looked like he was a thing. He looked pretty good. TJ Watt looked good, too. They both look good.
TJ Watt always looks good. TJ Watt always looks good. That man is just, he's a beast. He's a beast.
We're running low on time, so I'm gonna go ahead and segue into another one, fellas. Chris, I'm gonna start this one off with you though. This one week is Texans Colts. I'm gonna go ahead and slow this one to you first.
Won by 50.
Yeah, okay.
We should have won by 50.
Me and Red, by the way, guys, are diehard Texan fans, and we're ready to go in on this one. But I'm gonna let Red go with this one first. This was, by the way, this was supposed to be ESPN's game of the week.
Yeah, it should have been. So, Texans signed Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs in the offseason. Or no, we traded for Stephon Diggs. Let me fix that. Traded for Stephon Diggs. Joe Mixon came in and he fucking balled out. This man had 30 carries for 159 yards and a touchdown. Yep. I can't remember the last time a Texans running back has had over 150 yards rushing.
Foster.
Yeah, that was pretty long ago. He'd been out of the league now how many years?
Long time.
So
last time you guys had a 159-yard rusher was Arian Foster.
For sure.
So that blew me away. That he's still got it even after his injury from last year. He's bouncing back and he came in and did that. So honestly, I think Joe Mixon, that's all he needed was a change of scenery. And I mean, I'm happy for it. We got us a badass running back now.
I don't think he played that bad for. Yeah.
Tank Dell, 2 catches for 19 yards. Or that's rushing. Sorry, my bad. That's two carries for rushing for Tank. I forget that they do that little sweep that little jet sweep kind of thing. Stroud looked great. 24-32 for 234 yards. Average 70 yards. I do want to say that Houston's rushing game, out of everybody, we averaged 5.3 rushing yards per carry the whole game.
Yeah.
That right there is also another outstanding achievement. Like, 'cause they got 40 carries, 40 rushes amongst the whole game, and we had 213 yards. Like, offense, that just goes also to show that we got an offensive line now that knows how to work together. I mean,
yep.
Receiving. We got you. We know who our
number one.
We know who our group is. We know who our number one is. That's Nico.
You know who it is, dude.
It's Nico, dude. Nico with 6 catches, 6 for 8, had 117 yards. Couldn't connect on a touchdown, unfortunately. That would sweeten the deal for him, but still, he had an outstanding game. Tank Dell, 3 catches for 40 yards. Stephon Diggs, 6 catches for 33 yards, but fucking 2 touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah,
I mean, it's.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I've been chomping at the bit, dude. My take with this team, man, I'm going to be honest with the Texans. They really are everything that they've been advertised to be. Really. I think that everything that you've been seeing, no, they're the real deal. They're real. They're a good team. They're a very good team that could beat you, dude. And CJ Stroud showed you, man. I'm telling you, this kid is top 3 in the NFL. He is a top 3 quarterback. He's real. He's a real deal guy. I see Mahomes. If there's one legit threat right now, without a questionable doubt, that's legitimately, besides maybe Josh Allen, that's pulling on 15's cape, it's fucking CJ Stroud, dude. It's CJ fucking Stroud. Don't tell me Joe Burrow. Don't tell me, do not tell me Lamar Jackson, bro. It's this guy. He hasn't played him yet. They have not played, but I am telling you, it's gonna be a different speed. It's gonna be a battle of Goliaths when they go at it. It's gonna be a battle, dude.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just go with that. They might as well take the fucking name off of Lucas Oil Stadium and put Nico Collins on top of that motherfucker, because Nico Collins owns this fucking stadium. I don't know what it is. If you want to go back, his 2019 game, if you guys look at it, 2019 game, he went for $150, dude. The game after that, $110. A game after that, which was this one, what did he do? 150?
125.
125? 117? He's big. He's big time. That throw that CJ took into the middle of the fucking field
117.
was incredible. It was incredible. He went up over two people. He literally mossed two dudes on live television. He caught two bodies, bro. Boom, boom. Right there. He is incredible. He is big. He's strong. He'll go up. And if anybody's ever doubted, he is the pure number one on this team, for sure. The thing that I love about the Texans is that that CJ sees it. Like I told everybody, he sees the fucking field like it's bread. He'll spread it everywhere. He said in the post conference, they said, "How are you gonna know who you're gonna throw it to?" He said, "I throw it to the open guy. I throw it to the open guy. If you're open, you get it. If you're not, you're not." That's how it works. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. He gave it to the open guy. And damn it, it makes it pretty easy when you got your own Clydesdale running loose out the backfield. And I mean, even Miko said it. The offensive line came together like Chris was saying. He said, if you want to go back and look at them holes, any motherfucker can run through them fucking holes. That's how fucking big the holes were. They were disgusting. They were disgusting, bro. All he had to do was make one cut, he was gone. They're whipping him, dude. And Anthony Richardson, hold on one second. I gotta get with Anthony Richardson, bro. Anthony Richardson is, I'm just sorry, I know this is his, fourth game in the NFL? He has yet to impress me with anything he does. The only thing that I even think that he's legitimately really good at is taking off with the ball.
Yeah, he had 56 yards rushing.
But if he can run with the ball every fucking play, yeah. If it's gonna have to rely off his arm and his quarterback IQ to make the play and the throw, he's not gonna fucking do it. He's not gonna do it. I don't want to hear that. They just went and paid fucking Michael Pittman Jr. all that fucking money. That's your number one receiver, bro. And guess what?
You're talking about a third string receiver.
Where was he at? Lock the foot down. Lock down. I don't know why you paid him.
Catches for 31 yards.
What is
he? Pierce had 3 for 125. That's
he was throwing, but if you actually look at how it went down, he had 3 big plays. That was it. Each one of them were close your eyes and throw into the middle of the fucking field as hard as you can.
Yeah.
If we were kids, we've all played the game Jackpot, where you get the ball and you say $100,000. Whoever catches it gets it, and you throw it up in the air and someone catches it. It happens. Eventually, they did it 3 times. If you take those 3 fucking plays away. You take those 3 plays away, the Texans defense held him to 40 yards passing. 40 yards. Yes. That's it. He played like shit, bro. He had a fucking wide open Adai Mitchell. I don't want to hear he has nobody, bro. Adai Mitchell was a great receiver. He was wide open. Missed
5
him.
Targets,
Missed
1
him.
catch.
Stingley got caught. On that play, he got caught. Stingley thought the blitz was gonna hit him before he didn't have to react to Adai Mitchell. It did not. And Adai Mitchell was wide open. And he fucking threw it to him. And fucking Stingley's like, oh fuck, I'm burnt. He's wide open. And he missed him, bro. Wide open. This is a 60-yard touchdown. Easy money. He misses them. I'm telling you, those close the eye things, like, yeah, they're great. That was more of the receiver than him. That was more a receiver than him. They went up and got it. One time that it was him. It was a slant play, and you know what happened? It was fucking, unfortunately, I'm going to be real, it was Aziz Al-Shir trying to jump the ball, and he missed. He tried to jump, he missed. He missed the ball, the slant went right past him, he was gone. Touchdown. 60 yards to the house.
Yeah.
It happens. You're like, they're trying to make a play. Like, it happens sometimes. But that's how he gets those stats. Like, CJ Stroud was legitimately boom here. Boom here. Here's 30 yards here. Here's the fucking pill. You want to look at Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor played us last year, got a $188 on us. He ran for 188 yards. He damn near ran for 200 yards on our fucking team last year. You know how much fucking yards he ran in this fucking game? 48 fucking yards. This team is fucking different. They are different, bro. I'm telling you, they're the real deal. They're coming. And there's a team pulling on their fucking horn. It is this one. It's this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you. I don't want to hear the Ravens.
I agree.
You're going to have to get to 30 to beat the Texans. That's just flat out truth. And they showed you last night. They showed you on Sunday that you didn't get to 30 because you would have got to 30, you would have what? You would have won. I'm telling you, you got to get to 30 to beat this team. So, they're legit. And
yeah.
I'll hand it over to you, Hy, and see what you had to say about this game.
You guys pretty much said it all. I mean, there's not much more to say. I didn't watch the whole game. I only watched bits and pieces of it. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. That sounds like a good assessment to me.
This next game was kind of crazy too. I ain't gonna lie. Arizona and Buffalo.
It came down to it.
It came down to a wire, bro. It did. But I'm gonna be honest with you. With this Arizona Buffalo game, it makes me worry about Kyler Murray, especially what he said in the media. Y'all hear what he said at that post-game conference?
I did not.
He said it's not his job to give their number one draft pick, which is Mad Marv, a.k.a. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison.
It's not his job to get him the ball.
That is exactly his job.
That's your job. What are you talking about? He's your number one receiver, right? What do you mean?
Yes.
Whose job is it? He said his quarterback's coach said, it's not your job, it's my job. Let me figure out how you to get the ball. What? No. You gotta fucking, it's your eyes, bro. You gotta make the fucking read. You gotta fucking see him and throw.
He was wide open on multiple occasions. Marvin Harrison.
If you look at that play, he didn't look his way one time. He didn't look his way one time that play. He looked left the entire time.
He was standing there by himself, and
didn't
he
look
didn't
him
even
once.
Didn't even care.
Number one receiver wide open. That's what I'm saying. If
I was Marvin Harrison Jr., I'd be like, trade me. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm pissed.
Fuck
bro.
this team.
I'm pissed. Let me win this game. Let me show you.
This game. I watched a good chunk of this game. Josh Allen, plays at Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Arizona, Kyler Murray, 21-31, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yep.
That's a whatever game.
Yep.
That's literally a whatever game.
1,000%.
What you do? Good job. Okay. And then he ran for 57 yards. Who gives a fuck? Okay, good job. The way you're trying to make plays is with your arm. Dortch had 6 receptions for 47 yards. Again, that's a whatever game. And then your dude, Marvin Harrison Jr., wide open on not 1, not 2, but 3 different plays, and he did not throw the ball to him. And he only had 3 targets in total. He should have at least doubled that. He didn't try to get him the ball at all. And, Trey McBride had 5 catches for 30 yards, whatever. Again, it's just whatever game for them. It was just... That's why they lost. It was a whatever game. Their defense played respectably against, Buffalo team, but again, Buffalo doesn't have a whole lot of weapons. So, you know, we're talking Josh Allen, 18 of 23, 232, 2 touchdowns. He tore him up.
Yeah,
And he ran 9 attempts for 39 yards. James
him,
Cook at 19 for 71. Like, you know, they tore him up. They tore him up. But Arizona's not that great of a team. You know, Buffalo's supposed to be a playoff contender, let alone supposedly a Super Bowl contender, which I don't see. Receiving, you know, they didn't really have a whole lot. Keon Coleman, their rookie, had 4 receptions for 51 yards. Not bad. It's just not really much to talk about on offense. Josh Allen just, you know, he dink and dunked them, and then he tore them up on deep plays here and there when he needed to. Their defense played pretty well, I guess. I mean, I think they should have stuffed Arizona a lot better than they did, because I don't think Arizona's all that good at all.
Nope.
So I think, in all, Buffalo's defense kind of dropped the ball there. It should have been an easier win.
It does draw a little bit of concern. It's like you let Kyler Murray kind of hang around with you, you know what I mean, for a while.
Yeah.
And then if he really wanted to connect to connect with Matt Marvin, looked his way, he would have really hit you. You know what I mean? He would have hit you hard. So
I think Kyler Murray is in his feelings because Marvin Harrison being the first round pick that they got this past year, I think he's like, they're talking about him more than they're talking about me. And I think he's got that ego that it's like it's got to be about me kind of thing. And so I think he's kind of taking it out on that.
You think that Matt Marvin's going to be the face of the franchise now?
In my
I think
opinion,
so.
Kyler Murray
You think
has
that?
always had the little man syndrome.
I think.
What about you, huh? You think who you think's gonna is more of the face of the franchise? Do you think Kyler Murray's more of the face, or do you think Matt Marv kind of took that from him?
If Marvin Harrison is not happy by the end of the year, he's going to want out. And how can you not trade a player that hasn't proven himself versus Kyler Murray, who's actually at times proven to be a good quarterback? And other times has proven to be a very shitty quarterback. Me personally, I would tell Kyler Murray, sit down, shut up, and go play with your quarterback or your receiver, because this is dumb. You don't fucking sit there and say it is your job to get him the ball. That's exactly your job, to get everybody the ball, because you are the one that gets the ball at the beginning of every fucking play.
Yep.
At the beginning of every play. So that shit that comes out of your stupid mouth saying, "It's not my job getting the ball." No, shut up. You're stupid. Get him the ball. That's your star player right there. Get him the ball. Shut up.
Yep.
I mean, if I was Marvin Harrison Jr., I'd go call T.O. and be like, "Yo, what do I do to get my quarterback's attention?" Cry on front of the stage and be like, "My quarterback! I love my quarterback!" Okay, well, T.O., there you go. Loves his quarterback. Then you sit there and be like, "I love my quarterback!" Because then how is Kyler Murray going to be like, "Oh, I want to give him the ball," if he's sitting there crying on stage being like, "I love my quarterback"? There you go. There's your opinion. There's my opinion.
Yep.
Cry on stage and ask him to be your quarterback. That's all you got to do, Marvin Harrison Jr.
I'm gonna go ahead and segue. I'm gonna segue this one. Chris, I'm gonna give this one to you, bro. This one's Chicago and Tennessee. Did you happen to check any of this out, any clips or any knowledge to this game?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I'm just looking looking over stats here on my phone here. Not really a very interesting game. Sounds like a very defensive game for Chicago in second half.
Other
than that, I ain't got really much anything to say about it.
Yeah, if I can interject, I got a couple points here to make on this one.
Okay.
Caleb Williams played like shit. Played like shit. And he did not look comfortable in that offense. He did not look comfortable doing anything, really. He only had 93 yards throwing the ball. He missed wide open players. He overthrew receivers. He wasn't comfortable. He looked like shit. The running game wasn't there. They didn't run the ball. They ran it 22 times. I don't know why the hell you're only running it 22 times and you're throwing it 30 times with a rookie quarterback, but you know what? I'm not the fucking Chicago head coach because I'm not a fucking retard. Keenan Allen, respectively, had 4 catches, but had 29 yards with nothing. DJ Moore had 5 for 36. He's got weapons. Gerald Everett, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift. Like, he's got weapons on this team. And the fact that he wasn't... Cole Kmet, too, is another very good weapon on this team.
Very good.
And he's not making plays. He did not make plays for offense. So, I think he looked like shit. As far as their defense played pretty well. They got two picks. My boy Montez Sweat's out there from Washington, which they basically gave away for a second-round pick, which was stupid, but whatever. Their defense is very good. Chicago's defense is very good. Their special teams, they got a special teams touchdown too. Special teams big play too. DeAndre Carter had a 67-yard return, which is great. Set him up for some points there. If it wasn't for their defense and the fact of their special teams making some plays there, then I don't think the Bears would have won that game. Also, the fact that Will Levis threw that pick at the end of the game didn't help them either. You can't make that mistake. You can't.
I'm going to go ahead and...
you just can't.
I'm going to go ahead and give a little take on this. Yeah, this game, it was actually one-handed that first when it started. The Tennessee was like whooping their ass almost. Like like Tennessee was whooping ass, and it looked like, okay, the Bears about to get smoked. And it kind of just flipped from like after halftime. I don't know what happened, but it just kind of flipped after that. Tony Pollard was running the ball pretty good. A lot of people forget that Tony Pollard's over there in Tennessee. He was running pretty good in the first half, and then, like I said, everything just kind of
16 carries, 83 yards.
Flipped upside down. Like, he started not running very good. Like, the offensive line was letting everything in. Levis had no time. Levis also was not helping himself by not being a very good quarterback either. And that interception... That's unexcusable, dude. You can't make something like that. You play too many starting games as a quarterback. You can't do that.
19-32, 127 yards, 1 touchdown.
You had Caleb Williams playing like dog shit with only 100 yards passing, no passing touchdowns, and you still lost. Like this is.
Oh, you still won.
No, the Titans. Like you let Caleb Williams play like that, and like you still lost. Like he was playing bad. It wasn't like he was playing good either. Like, and you guys were winning and up. You should not have ever let this come down to something like that. To throw that shit, man. That's unexcusable. You cannot do that.
Just BAD bad.
Yeah, like you were saying, I will object to that. I did see a little bit of this game, and I was watching him behind that offensive line. He does look like a madman back there. Like he don't know what's going on. He don't know what's going on. And somebody told me the other day, the thing about Caleb Williams that makes him different. I actually think it was Nick Caserio said this. Nick Caserio, he didn't tell me, but I'm saying I heard him say it. He said that the thing about Caleb Williams is when he moves, most quarterbacks move to run, right? He don't move to run. He moves because he wants to throw. He kind of does that. But at the same time, the way he plays with this offensive line, it looks like he's like flabbergasted. Doesn't know where to go with the ball. doesn't know what to do, what's going on, why everybody's getting back there, why is he having to roll out so much. Like, he's not understanding. It's not looking good for Caleb Williams. Honestly, this upcoming week when he's got to play the Texans, it does not look good for him. It does not look good. The Texans should win by 30-something.
I'm thinking at least 20 points, I'm thinking.
Because, I mean, and let's be real. It's not like I'm not trying to be rude, but it's not like the Tennessee Titans defense are number 1 in the league. Like, it's not nothing. They're not nothing to write home about.
Well, they got a decent secondary, though.
They do have a secondary. That is true. I love their secondary. I actually used their secondary on Madden. Their secondary pretty good. I use their defensive scheme. But yeah. Anyways, that game was a fluke. I do believe that Caleb Williams was given his first win. He didn't earn it.
He was.
I'm gonna slide over to the Dolphins Jags. Yep. Dolphins Jags was 10-17. Dolphins play at home. Tyreek Hill arrested before the game. Ended up walking in there. A free man. And damn, did he go off too. I'm going to give this one to you first. What did you think about this game?
Damn. I mean, it's Tyreek, bro. I mean, Tyreek Tafiki, man. You know, the dude's a cheetah. 7 receptions, 130 yards. What else do I need to say right there? There's nothing else I really need to say. Is Robin to Batman right there. Jalen Wild, 5 receptions, 109 yards. And Tua, you look at Tua, 23-37, 338 yards and a touchdown. I mean, they're slinging it. Tua looks good. He did not look that great his first couple of years. I'll give him that, and then all of a sudden he's flipped the switch, and Tua's a good quarterback, and I think they're going to go places. That defense is something to talk about too. They're pretty decent. They got 3 sacks on the day. You know, and 2 forced fumbles. That's pretty good too. I mean, you know, they're knocking the ball around. And they're making plays. As far as Jacksonville, I don't know what everybody was looking at when they saw Trevor Lawrence. I really don't. I've seen this kid flash really good, and then the rest of his career I've seen him be mediocre at best. 12 of 21, 162 yards, 1 touchdown. Not much to talk about there.
Yeah.
Tank Bigsby, you know, 12 attempts, 73 yards. Pretty good game for him. ETN had 12 attempts for 44 yards. not bad. And you know, you're receiving. There's only 12 catches on the day, so you really don't have a lot here. You're leading receiver with Gabe Davis with 3 receptions for 62 yards. Not a lot. Their defense is still very good. I think their defense is decent. 3 sacks every day. They did have a couple pass breakups, and they did force a couple. They did force a fumble. Oh no, they didn't. That was fumbles lost. I'm sorry, but I still think their defense is decent. But, you know, Jacksonville ultimately lost that game. I would have expected them to lose that game, but it was a lot closer than most people think it was. And even if the scoreboard shows, it came down to it. And, you know, Miami ended up pulling off in the end. And, you know, like I said, the cheetah's going to be the cheetah.
Okay. I'm actually going to segue and skip 2 more. We're running low on time. I'm gonna skip the Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos, Seattle. I mean, both of them were decent games, but they're none of these teams are really it. I want to get to the meat of this. I really want to get to the commies, and I really want to get to the Cowboys. We're gonna start with the Cowboys first. Chris, are you still here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. You want to go ahead with this one?
Fuck the Cowboys.
It's gotta come out. It's gotta come out. It's gotta come out.
Absolutely agree, 100%. Seeing how I am from Houston, don't get me wrong, my mom was born in Dallas, so I am thankful for the city of Dallas for that. But that is about it.
And Trill, I am going to correct you, buddy. That's the Redskins that you were talking about.
Oh, okay. And, he said the Redskins. Okay.
Damn right. Damn right. Bitch. Yeah, no, fuck the Cowboys. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, fuck them too.
So, I caught a little bit of this game. I didn't catch too much of it.
Tom Brady!
I was kind of in between places and saw a little bit at one place and a little bit at the other. But Dallas won that game. Unfortunately, they looked pretty damn decent in that game. Yes, it's the Browns and they got what they've got going on. Their quarterback is now. He's now a little bit of some heat now. So it's gonna again. And I think it's he's been nothing but a distraction for teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He has become just
a distraction and a fucking headache, really.
Exactly, and that's why the Texans traded him. We've had enough of it, and we got him out of here. And it turned out to be the best thing on the face of the earth for us because a lot of the picks that we got in that trade from Cleveland are some fucking ballers.
Alright, let's not get off trail here. We already talked about the Texans. Let's get back to the fucking fag boys. I'm sorry, the Dallas fag boys. I'm sorry, the fag boys. I'm sorry, the fucking retarded fag boys. Why can't I say it right? What is wrong with me? Just go ahead, Red.
Yeah, I get it. So it's also kind of shown with how that distraction is. I saw one part of the game that I saw that Deshaun had fumbled the ball and one of his offensive linemen recovered it and got the ball back for the team. Deshaun came over and put a hand down to try to help him up, and he pushed away Deshaun's hand and got up off the ground himself. Like, kind of as a blatant show of, like, I don't need your help.
Indeed.
So there's trouble brewing, I think, now in Cleveland for sure.
But he's still a starting quarterback as of this week.
Yep. I'd like to take a little stab at this.
We'll see.
I will throw to Chris's point about the trade. Just one preface real quick. This is what they got out of it. The Kenyon Green, they got John Mechie, they got Christian Harris, they got Thomas Booker, they got Damian Pierce, they got Will Anderson Jr., they got Kalen Bullock, they got Tank Dell, Kamari Lassiter, Jamal Hill, and they got Cade Stover, all out of just losing Deshaun Watson. And they all got that from just that one trade. So yeah, W, Nick Casario, W.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we're gonna segue back into this. Yeah, the Browns are really bad. I've been. The thing is they're gonna be bad too because it looked like Njoku got pretty fucked up too. Njoku's hurt. I'm not sure what's really going on with him, but he looked like it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching it, it didn't look pretty. But. Deshaun Watson is what I've been trying to tell you guys. He was the magic man. He was. And I told you when he came back. I was there at that game when I watched him, man, against the Texans.
You see me, and now you don't.
Exactly. He won the game. Don't get me wrong. He beat the Texans. I was pissed. I was mad. But at the end of the day, he didn't beat us. His special teams beat us, and his defense beat us. He didn't score one time. So that's what I was telling people. No, that's not Deshaun Watson. He throws the ball. He gets out of the pocket. He makes shit happen. That's Deshaun Watson. I didn't see that in that game. I said, no, he's done. That shit ruined his career. He's done. And it's just been progressively going the same way. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. He's done, man. It's sad. He lost the magic. He's got, like you said,
weapons.
He's got Njoku. He's got fucking ballers, bro. What are you talking about? And he's still not being able to do shit. Like you even got the defensive player of the year on your team.
Jerry Jeudy. You got Jerry Jeudy too.
You have the defensive player of the year on your team, bro.
Myles Garrett.
Yep. Still can't win. Can't figure out how to get the ball in the end zone.
Well,
he's got a bad line too. I don't think his line's very good either. Like they kind of let him in. He'd be dancing out. I mean, Micah Parsons. They had zero answer for Micah Parsons. Like I don't know if y'all are watching that part. Like, he was back there, bro. He was back there every play. He got a couple sacks. Michael Parsons was everywhere. Dallas looks pretty good, but I'm not gonna toot my horn too hard on them. I feel like they just made a big mistake in signing Dak Prescott. Honestly, I feel like they did it at the right time to financially be set up later for the Parsons deal, but I wouldn't have signed him. What have you seen out of Dak Prescott? Like that's what I'm saying. Like he keeps getting all these contracts, all this money. He's making $60 million a year. For what? What have you done? You lost to Jordan Love last year. You got smoked at home.
They suck.
Jordan Love, bro.
If anybody they are the regular season champs, and then it comes to the playoffs, they suck.
It's crazy to me.
Dallas is the choke artist of the NFL when it comes to the playoffs. Dallas is Madden's favorite team. I don't know why, but I will make that shout out. Sorry, Madden. Dallas is going to be Dallas in the regular season. Like Red made a comment earlier today on one of the posts that said, "Oh, all your Dallas haters aren't saying anything now." Like, no, we're not, because you know why? Is as soon as you guys get to the playoffs, that's when we start running our mouths, and that's when Dak starts throwing picks like he's at an apple orchard trying to make apple pie for 5,000 people. It is what it is. I don't give a shit because Dallas sucks, and at the end of the day, they're going to fucking continue to suck, and they're going to continue to be Dallas. And I don't give a shit.
It's not impressive, Dallas fans. You beat a very bad team. Like, they're not very good. So, and Deshaun Watson played very bad. He had said some stuff about, like, oh, I think his dad passed away. I think he had said his dad passed away and something else like that. Like, one of his friends passed away that was on the team. And he said it would mess with his mental psyche and all this other stuff. That's an excuse to me. That's an excuse, really. Really, you could. Most people would have used that as motivation, bro. Most people would have been like, I'm gonna go out there and ball the fuck out. Like, I'm gonna do this for my dad. You know what I mean? And because that happened, like, you couldn't play. That's such an easy cop out, dude. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't think he should have said anything about that or played. But anyways, we're going to slide out of that. We got to get to these commies Bucks, bro. We got to get these commies Bucks. Redskins and I'm going to be real with you. People underestimate this game. This was Jaden Daniels going against a playoff team. So this was actually pretty intense. Like, this was a pretty good little battle for him. Good test. And
I watched 90% of the game.
And I'm excited with you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't mind, I'll take that one. Yeah, Jin looked good. He looked comfortable. He looked very comfortable. He looked like he was having fun. He looked like he was having a lot of fun. I loved seeing that. The smile on that man's face was just ear to ear the entire game. Like, even though they lost, he was having fun. He was enjoying playing the game. I would have liked to have seen him throw the ball a little bit more.
Yep.
He did like to take off a little bit early.
Yep.
I don't blame him because the holes were there. The holes were there. I mean, he was taking chunks. I mean, the dude ran for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, it's pretty good. 16 attempts, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5.5 yards a carry. That's not bad. I'm not unhappy with that. I did not care for one of their design runs up the middle with the quarterback. I did not fucking like that at all. That was stupid as shit. You wait till things break down and then you move around and run outside the pocket and make plays happen. That's how you do that shit. He did miss Terry on two plays. One was a little bit too deep for Terry. He was wide open. That could have opened the game up a little bit more. That would have been a touchdown. Coming into the second half, rather. That was a little cringy, but it's just little critiques that he's just going to have to make, and he's going to be just fine. They're playing New York this week, and, this is a very easy week for him. Running the ball, other than Jaden Daniels, who wasn't much to talk about, Brian Robinson had 40 yards for carrying. Eckler only had 2 carry attempts. There's only 17 receptions, so not a lot to talk about. Eckler had 4 receptions for 52 yards. He was your leading receiver. Brian Robinson had 3 for 49. He was also your other leading receiver, but they're both running backs. I would imagine that's going to almost double this coming week. Him and Terry are going to work on a lot, and I guarantee they're going to hook up quite a bit. Their defense was abysmal. Fucking pathetic. It was like watching a bunch of clowns trying to jump into a fucking car. It was just ridiculous. They got to get their shit together. There was blown coverages left and right. There was wide open receivers down the field. It was fucking pathetic. Like, they need to get their heads out their fucking asses because that was pathetic defense. Bobby Wagner, he's going to get control of that defense, and they're going to start to get their heads out of their asses, I can guarantee it. Jamin Davis made some good plays on the outside, and I think he was involved in a lot of pass rushes. He didn't get a sack, but we did get 1 sack by Cleveland Farrell. Who was one of our off-season pickups, but defense did not look great. Tampa Bay, they looked good. They looked good. Their offense looked really good. Baker looked really good.
Yes,
he looked
did.
very comfortable in the backfield. He escaped a lot of pressure. There was quite a bit of pressure in his face quite a bit of times. Washington did get back there quite a bit. But he got away several times. He looked a lot of like frickin' Patrick Mahomes back there. He was making sidearm passes on the run, getting sacked as he was going down, and he made a sidearm throw. It was ridiculous. It was an on-point throw, and he was going to the ground. It should have been a loss of like 10 yards, but instead they gained like 13. It was stupid. But he looked incredible. Baker Mayfield looked incredible. 24-30, 289 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. I mean, he looked great. Washington did hold their running to quite a bit. Bucky Irving took a couple chunks out of him. He had 9 attempts for 62 yards, but the rest of the game, Washington held up. Rasheed White had 15 carries for 31 yards, so they did a good job against him. But Mike Evans had 5 catches for 61 yards. Chris Godwin, 8 for 83. Evans had 2 touchdowns. Godwin had 1. They have decent weapons back there. And their defense is pretty good. Washington played really well. I think their offense took control pretty well. That their defense, they took what they could. There was a couple missed plays there, and their offense needs to button some things up. And I think their offensive line played all right. Considering what they got to work with. I was pretty worried, and a lot of people were really worried about that offensive line. But with Jaden's escapability, not as worried. I would like to see them pick up a corner or another receiver to help Jaden out for receiver, definitely, because outside of Terry, there's not much left on that roster. Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother, is on Washington. Watch out for him to have a decent year. Make that shout out. But, yeah, that's my breakdown for that game.
10-4, my man. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to end it there, fellas. I'm going to skip over the Lions-Rams. It was a good game. Went to overtime. But, Lions are going to do Lion things. You know what I mean? They're a great team. And Montgomery looked great.
Super Bowl contenders.
Gibbs looked great.
I called it last year.
They're good. They're pretty good. They're really good, man. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end this one here, guys. Running short on time. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is my man right here.
Yeah.
I like to get high, a.k.a. Robbie Simmons, and my other man right here,
Yeah.
Chris Martin, a.k.a. Big Red. I appreciate y'all for being here. Head on the swivel. We locked out, man. Peace.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all, fellas. Oh, yeah, I betted on the Bills, too. You said the Bills are up. The Bills? Yeah. I knew that the Bills were going to win, bro. I knew it, bro. They don't have no run. Is what's his name playing? Mustard? Because A-Chain's out. No, I think he's out. Oh, shit. Or Mostert must be out then. Is Mostert out? Or are they both playing? One of them was questionable. One of them wasn't. One of them was out.